Hey, everybody. It's just my opinion, Bob, and it's April 5th, 2025. Welcome, one and all, ladies and gents. I've got some exciting news. Exciting for me. You think some of the guitars I get excited about? Well, this is really exciting. There's a there's a few of you I'm friends with that know what I've got on my plate right now. And it's something I've had on my plate for a long time, since 95. It's not a big deal. So please don't comment and say you feel sorry for me or anything. This is nothing. It's no different than having the flu when you get it taken care of, pneumonia, you get it taken care of, a torn ligament and you get it taken care of. It's just when you get sick or something happens, you just get it taken care of. And that's the attitude I have. So I've been dealing with this since 95, and it's not a big deal. We're one of those families that get multiple cancers. It doesn't metastasize. We get separate cancers. But here's the exciting news. Check this out. This month, April, marks 1 year I've been doing chemo. 1 year. And looky here. Got all that hair. Got it all. Didn't lose a strand. Didn't lose a strand from a year from chemo. So that is exciting. That is very exciting. I have another year and a half to go on chemo, and I think it's going to be absolutely fine. So that's not a big deal. Like I said, there's a lot of sad stories out there. There's people that are really sick, and they're not getting better. I'm very fortunate. My cancer keeps coming back every couple of years, and I get treated for it. But this last time, every couple of years I get it, and we treat it with radiation, and it goes away, and it's fine until 2 years later, it comes back. This time it came back, and each time it comes back a little worse. This time it came back as stage 3, and all stage 3 means is, all that means is it's above and below the diaphragm. That's all stage 3 means. But it wasn't above and below before, so I guess it was worse. So radiation no longer works, so I'm doing the chemo. So that's it, 1 solid year, and I already got rid of it. I got rid of it 5 months into the chemo. But they're on this maintenance program. They want to keep me on chemo for 2 years after that, so that when it does come back again, I can do the same chemo instead of getting that one where they say, well, there's nothing else we can do, but we can try this as our last shot. This way I'll be able to do the regular chemo. So I feel sorry for people that don't know they have this, and it gets to the point where it might be too late or it's too hard. But I am not one of those stories. But I just wanted to mention how excited I am to have my hair. I went out and bought all the bandanas and everything. I don't need them. I can use them for guitar cloths now. Okay, so with that said, I don't know if you ever read any of my comments on the that I get from people that write in, but this last guy wrote a comment and he went on a rampage with this political comment that had nothing to do with the guitars. And I asked him, I says, I understand what you're saying, but do you have anything to say about guitars? That's what I wanted to talk about. So that was pretty entertaining. And the other thing I wanted to mention today was about a Fender guitar I bought. I did a review, and you've probably already seen them, so I'm not going to repeat it. I did a review on Fender Paramount guitars. One of the viewers left me a comment, and some of my friends left me a comment, told me to check out, because I made a statement that I was never heard a good Fender acoustic. I'm not a fan. And people told me you should check out the Paramount line. That is different, and I did. And come to find out, this is Fender's top of the line at the moment in acoustic guitars. It's the Fender Paramount. And they are having them made in China. And they are being made in the Cort factory. I mentioned that before. I wasn't sure, but now I am. Cort makes fantastic guitars. The workmanship is incredible. They make very good stuff. And the only difference between the one I just bought, because I have the PM1 standard, which is solid top, Sitka spruce, solid mahogany back and sides. Then I have the PM1 Deluxe, which is solid Sitka spruce top, rosewood back and sides. They both have the battery compartment on the outside, which is what I like. You might not like it. You might not like a hole in the body. I understand completely. I have a lot of friends that don't like that either. I like it. I want to be able to replace the battery on the job without loosening all the strings, try and stick my big fat hand in there, try and grab that battery in that black bag. Because doing that, I know I'll wreck something. I'll wreck a string or pin or something. So that's just my preference, but maybe it's not yours. So anyways, I just picked up a Fender Paramount PD, which is the refresh. That's their latest series. It's called a PD 220E. And it's the solid Sitka spruce top with the mahogany back and sides. The fret markers changed a little bit. Nothing else really much changed. They have a better pickup system. It's a deluxe Fishman pickup system where it splits. You have the piezo element underneath the bridge, or underneath the saddle, I should say, and then you have the mic inside the unit. So it's supposed to be a little nicer Fishman. I haven't tried that on the amp yet, and I will do that in a future review. But I just wanted to, I wanted to make a point about this guitar, this Fender. Any of the Paramounts. I did a lot on Chinese guitars. I've showed you a lot of Chinese guitars. In Chinese guitars, the biggest advantage is you can get a nice guitar cheap. That's the biggest advantage. Don't bring into copies and all that into statement. The bottom line is, whatever it says on that guitar, you can get a good guitar cheap. Now, and cheap means a good solid top laminated back and side guitar. Everybody knows the big makers are making a killing with guitars. They don't cost them that much to make. If you knew how much they cost, which will be a subject of a future video, you might not be surprised. Maybe most of you won't, but a lot of people will be shocked. So anywho, this Fender I bought, if you want to buy a Chinese guitar from one of the small builders that make the copies, if you want an all-solid one from them, which will be a nice guitar, all solid, non-electronic, just an acoustic guitar, you're going to pay between $600 and $800. That's what I see from the, and you know me, I'm a cheapskate. That's what I see from the bargain sellers over there, from the factory and everything else. That's what you're going to pay. I just bought this Fender Paramount, which is Fender's name. It's not a copy, and this is Fender's. Brand new. It's a 2024. It was made in February of 2024. Still had the seal on the sound hole, everything, all the case candy is in there. It's brand new. I'm figuring this had to be on display at a NAMM show or something because it was never tuned. Everything's sealed. It just must have been on display. So I've got this. It had to be sold as mint because it's not brand new, but it is brand new. I picked this thing up, tax delivered, all in for $430. You know, you go to Musician's Friend and these are currently selling for $830. They are an extraordinary guitar. I'm so glad I was introduced to the Paramount line because they are some of the finest guitars I have played that I enjoy for my style of music and for my comfort level. They're phenomenal. I like these as much as my Parkwood, which Parkwood is also made by Cort. I like my Alvarez, my MD60. The jury's still out on the exact factory that's making those over there. And these are all made in China because they are doing super, super quality work. The whole tide has changed. And now with these tariffs and the economy, my God, we could be talking about a nightmare. Who knows? That's basically what I wanted to tell you. You can buy an American company's guitar. Well, you could. I don't know what's going to happen now. Made in China that is just superb. Just superb. There's no sense of me demoing it because you can see it on my other videos that I made. Just check it out. It's a phenomenal guitar. The build quality is excellent. It's a guitar that would probably cost you about $3,500 to $4,000 if it was made in the United States. But it's not, and Fender knew what they were doing. They hooked up with Cort, and boy, if you're not familiar with Cort, even Cort's own guitars with their name on them are very, very surprising. A lot of people don't like to get Cort or Samick. They figure it's a cheap Chinese guitar. It is not a cheap Chinese guitar. These people Samick's been taking care of Epiphone master builts for a long time, and they are super guitars, some of my best. So without that, I put the dog to sleep. I hope I didn't put you to sleep. And that's all I really wanted to talk about right now. I've got one more guitar coming, and that's probably going to be my last review on a guitar, because I have bought everything I've wanted to buy. I have bought all the copies I've wanted to buy. I want nothing else right now except to make music. And of course, this guy keeps me busy. I got to walk him every 15 minutes. So other than that, I think I'm out of here until the next time. Future videos will be on busking and equipment I use when I want to busk, or equipment I use when I go play with people for different size locations and things like that. So I will be talking more about that, and I've got some real interesting stuff to show you. And maybe you already know about it, but we'll see. So once again, how about this hair, huh? After a year of chemo. So if you ever have to go through something like that, keep hope alive. Talk to you later. Thank you for watching.